Good morning, world. This is Ivan O'Mara. Hope you guys enjoyed my show I made yesterday after the I get my 6 days off now. Yeah, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. I get my 6 days off. Yeah. What did you guys say, Ivan? I made the video. I watched the show with you guys, and I watched Rob Brown's walkthrough. I watched Star Wars in the Interviews, and I watched Perry Stone, and I went to bed. I went to bed like 9:30, 9:40 yesterday. I was fucking tired because I didn't get much sleep yesterday before I went to work. So I went to bed early, like at 9, right? I just woke up. Yeah, prepare for little sleep when you film the movie, Ivan. As when I film the movie, the actors will be getting a little sleep. Movies, you gotta wake up at like 5, sometimes 6 in the morning to do for makeup and everything. You gotta shoot like all day, 12 hours a day. Yeah, it's a lot of work, man. But the actors in Hollywood are getting paid the big ones for it, so they work hard for me, obviously. You know, Ivan's paying us a lot of money. We gotta work hard for him. They work hard for me, obviously. Even though it's dirty work, they're getting paid a lot of money for it, right? And I work hard because I know I'm gonna get paid a lot of money for it too, right? Yeah. You know we signed our mega deal with Amazon, so we work hard. We're gonna get paid for it, obviously. Paid a lot of money for it. Yeah, after we film. Yeah. How long do you think it'll take to film the Great Skiv? I don't know, 4 months to shoot the movie around there. Yeah. Yeah. That's why, like, once the 4 months are done, Gary's my dear Ben Affleck. Said, "Oh, Ivan, it's done." I'm like, "Yeah, guys, it's done." Oh man, I went by fast, man. It's not over yet. We have the world tour, yeah, but like after the world tour, it's pretty much over, Ivan. Yeah, it is. And I ended off with the Red Card event in Italy, and the big party in Italy at the hotel, and the Red Card event happens there, and the journey ends. Obviously, they're gonna beg their ass off those guys. We sound like, "No, guys, you guys are crazy people. You're not gonna throw my story, okay?" But they're really gonna beg, "All right, BJ, please, man. I'm not kidding around. I don't want to go back there. I don't want to go back to Hollywood. I'm not gonna tell them that." Why? Because they were saying they don't want to be left behind. Honestly, man, my company's guys were both out of the water. I can pay them more money to better perks, and they know I got them out of Hollywood, man. As long as they work for me, they're free. But they made all that money, and I know they're 50 million, 45, 47 million after taxes, and their agents cut, and they know with that money they can live life with their family or girlfriend, boyfriend, and they're free. Yeah, I'd rather work for Ryan and make my $130-something million for all his movies, and which is more than what I make in Hollywood, way more than what I make in Hollywood, and have my freedom with be a movie star. Because they know as long as they're in my movie, their career doesn't feel worthless and over. It feels like it means something because they're a part of the main event live. Their careers feel like it means something, right? When they go back to Hollywood, it feels like their career is worthless. No one cares about their movies. It's not true, but they have that feeling, honestly. Sarah? Ben Affleck and Matt Damon, right? Yeah, and all those guys, and Keanu Reeves. Yeah, they have that feeling, obviously. They're beg, man. I'm like, guys, man, like, you're not giving that movie, you crazy people, yeah. Will they really be? Oh yeah, they will. I know you think we're joking around. They're gonna tell me, we're not joking. Like, we're not messing with you, man. We're actually being serious. Can you please resign? I'm not playing around. I don't want to go back, man. I don't want to go back to Hollywood. I can't tell me that. I'm like, "No, guys, you're not good for the romance of the HF." I said, "Yeah, you crazy people." Yeah. They all make that kind of money, all those guys, man. They make like their 12, 15, 20 in Hollywood, Ben Affleck and Matt Damon, right? Hollywood can't afford to pay them $1 million. No. There's exceptions though with Avatar though. Avatar, there was an exception with that because that movie grossed almost $3 billion. That's why Matt Damon could have made way more money. But most movies in Hollywood will never gross $3 billion. No, like the big ones will gross maybe $1 billion, $1.5 billion, $2 billion. Hollywood can't afford to pay the Hollywood actors that kind of money, man. they'll drain all the profits, right? You know, the gross profits, obviously, in Hollywood. Yeah. It's so bad. The executives with Hollywood will even tell the agents when they offer them parts, yeah, sorry guys, we can't compete with Sky Sword. We don't have the kind of pockets that IMDb have. Yeah, it's not possible, BGR, man. We just don't have we don't have that kind of money, guys. Yeah, they can't pay the Hollywood actors that kind of money. They don't have the kind of money we have. Obviously, for the front end money, they can compete with me and VJ a little bit, but the back end money there's no competition, obviously. And the real money is in the back end profits. That's why the agents managers want to cut of that, obviously, because the real money is in the back end profits. That's in the billions, man. And because of the billions, I can pay the Hollywood A-list actors a lot of money. Like 70, 80, 50, 60 million, 40 million, 35 million, 100 million, 125. Rare case, 130, 140, 150, and even 200, 300 for Dwayne Johnson and Tom Cruise. That's some sound. Pay the guys more money, obviously. Well, Hollywood can pay them, obviously. That's why I was like, holy shit. This guy's supposed to Bulls Hollywood. This is independent, but like it's better than Hollywood. Yeah, it's an independent studio, but it's like Hollywood on steroids. It's like big, putting out bigger budget movies and everything, man. It's Hollywood on steroids. Yeah, that's why all the Hollywood actors don't work for me so bad. It's crazy. They're all asking these actors for work. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah. And Ben Affleck and Matt Damon are best friends, by the way, in real life. That's why I thought it'd be cool to have Matt Damon in the movie. Save him for the movie, have him be in a movie with his best friend. But his best friend doesn't like him in the movie, right? He has what? Ben Affleck will be the evil villain of the movie, whereas Matt Damon is on the good side with me and VJ. He's escaping the organization with me and VJ, right? Yeah. Well, they have a blast shooting the greatest game. Of course they will. While they're shooting the movie, a lot of people will be taking pictures behind the scenes pictures. You know, look at Ivan Trunning with Matt Damon and Keanu Reeves and Ben Affleck and all those guys behind the scenes shooting the movie, and the whole world's buzzing about that movie. I can't wait for that movie, man. Yeah, they're living life and they're trending, man. That's why they're gonna beg, man. They were world famous. They're on top of the world. Yeah, I never experienced that kind of fame before, Ivan. Like being your Great Escape was a highlight of my career. I'm gonna tell me that. That was the best moment of my career, Ivan. That's why they're gonna beg, obviously. I'm like, no, guys, you're not good for the league with KJ Apples, and I'm gonna keep saying that. Sorry. Yeah. You're not good, guys. Don't hate him, son. Yeah. 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 Well, Hall will be throwing Keanu Reeves, Ben Affleck, Matt Damon a lot of offers. Yeah, they will. After production's done, the Hollywood they can now take offers in Hollywood, obviously. Whereas during the movie they can't take offers in Hollywood. But I'm paying them enough money for them to decline Hollywood offers. Yeah, sorry guys, the agent will tell the Hollywood companies, yeah, sorry, like Matt Damon, Ben Affleck, and Keanu Reeves are what are working on the movie. We can't take any offers. It's an exclusive contract. Once filming is done, then what? They can take offers. But I told you, they don't really care about Hollywood. They want to work for me, obviously. Because Hollywood will be throwing them like 10, 12, 15 million. And, hey, Keanu Reeves, Ben Affleck, Matt Damon, you want to do this movie for 15, 20 million dollars? We can give you royalties, maybe 10 million in royalties, 50 million royalties. They're like, sure, I'll do the movie, but like they don't really care about Hollywood. They want to work for me, right? Yeah. The Hollywood always like shit. Yeah, we're offering all this money, but like they don't want to work for us. They'd rather work for Ivan. Yeah, they'd rather work for me than work in Hollywood, obviously. But they're gonna take the offers because Hollywood. Everyone that's wants to make more money. They're gonna make more money. they'll accept the offers, but their agents will tell them, yeah, like even though Hollywood offer you roles, like beg your ass off for Ivy to resign, you'd rather work for Skies or work at Hollywood. Ivy needs to pay you more, man, guys. Hollywood can't pay you that kind of money. They'll be lucky to get a $20 million deal in Hollywood, 15, 18, 17 million deal in Hollywood, those guys, right? Because I paid them the big bucks for the Great Escape. That's why they're gonna beg, obviously. Yeah, I'm like, no, guys, you're not good for the Great Escape kind of race. I'm sorry for the romance story, right? Yeah, yeah. Will they be happy? Yeah, they will. Like you'll see, you'll notice the difference with the Hollywood actors in the documentary. When you see Keanu Reeves, Matt Damon, and Ben Affleck, Scott Johansson in my documentary, and you compare them in Hollywood, you can tell they're a lot more happy in my movie because I gave them the freedom, obviously. Whereas in Hollywood, they're dirty slaves. They're a lot more, they're smiling, they have a smile on their face, they're happy, they're excited to be a part of the movie. They're all happy because I got them out, man. I got them out of the gatekeepers Hollywood system, and I'm paying them more money than what they make in Hollywood. I'm paying them a lot of money. Like, that's a massive contract for those guys, right? Yeah. But Keanu Reeves, I'm paying him more because he's bigger than those guys, right? Yeah, what the fuck, Ivan? You're paying Keanu Reeves like it's $200,000. Yeah, guys, he's bigger than you guys, man. That's why I'm paying him more than you. I'm still making sure you got paid. You sound like you're 133, 135, 137 million deal with your combined earnings, guys. That's a lot of money for you guys. That's like 95, 100 in your American money. You guys don't make that, man. That's enough money for you guys. Yeah, that's enough money for us. Sign us up. Yeah, guys, stop being greedy. Sarah. Yeah. And then after that, they were like, holy shit, man, Ivan's comedy blows up a lot. We don't make this in Hollywood. And they're blown away by my jet. Holy shit, man, Ivan has a nice fucking jet, incredible jet. I sue a lot of my facilities when they enter in the foyer and they go upstairs and sign the contracts. Yeah. My guys, how's it feel to be a movie star and be free? Feels good, Ivan. Thank you, man. You're a good man, I know. It's a good feeling, Ivan. You got me out, man. Yeah, I got him out of Hollywood. Yeah, that's why they're gonna pay. They don't make that out, man. Hollywood's on the water. Yeah. 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 So the managers want to make more money. Yeah, the managers want to get paid more money. That's why they're pushing for more money, obviously. They're going to try and push Ivan for a bigger chunk of the film profits, the game profits, and also the merch. I'm like, no, guys, this is my final offer. I'm not going to have these guys do me, man. This is enough. I'm not making more money. You guys are getting greedy. They're not the main event. They're part of the main event in the sense that they're in my movie and they're going to build buzz, but they're not the main event, those guys, right? But they make my movie much better and they build more buzz for the fans because they're A-list powerful actors, but they're not being media. I'm not gonna have these guys do me. I'm still making sure they're getting paid, guys. You guys are just greedy. Ivan, we're messing with you. That's not money for us. It's the deal. Yeah, guys. Stop being greedy. Sarah. They don't even make this in Hollywood. Yeah, they don't make this in Hollywood, guys. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, but the money we're getting paid for the movie is clean money. Yeah, like when Ben Affleck, Matt Damon, and all Gary those guys shooting my movie, when they get paid all that money, they did pay a price to make that money. They were free, right? It's a good feeling. It's a bonus having freedom and making all that money, man. Being a worldwide famous movie star. That's another small reason why they're begging. It's not the real reason. People gotta do it for money. The big reason why they're begging is because Iconic will tell the water and they were saved. They won't be left behind. Those are the reasons. And they're not going to give word to the other actors in Hollywood. Those guys are all selfish, and their hope is hopefully I can be in the romancer. That's their hope. All the Hollywood actors who work for me are going to want to work for me. Yeah, I mean, I just want a career for Skies. I just want to work for you. Fuck Hollywood. I want to go back to Hollywood. I'm not going to talk that. They might talk that, right? Yeah. I mean, fuck Hollywood. I don't want to go back there, man. I want to work for you. Yeah, they're going to talk that. Because I'm a clean businessman. I'm a much better boss than the fucking Hollywood gates, right? Yeah, who make the actors pay to make their money, obviously. No, him, no. Said, yeah. Yeah. Yo, Ivan's the best boss ever, man. Fucking chill boss, man. He spoils all these nice perks, and he paid us like so much money, way more than what we make in Hollywood. We don't make this money in Hollywood. Man. They don't make that kind of money in Hollywood. Those guys, because the Hollywood companies don't have the kind of pockets that BBJ have. BBJ have deeper pockets than the Hollywood companies. I made my 25 billion off my book. I made my 50 billion off the Zays, man. Me and BJ are so rich. 800 million towards the Great Escape is pocket change. We have deep pockets for our back end to pay the Hollywood actors way more money than what they're making in Hollywood. Even the Beast actors are getting paid. These actors signed like 9, 10 million deals with their combined earnings. Because the speaking is like 5, 6, 7 million dollars. So if you pay a Beast actor 4 million, they get $1.5 million for the game, 250K for the merch. That's like what, 6.5 million. But if they make 5 million speaking, they made $9 million. Like a $9 million deal is a nice paycheck for a B-list actor. 9, 10, 11 million deal is a nice paycheck. $10 million deal is a nice paycheck for a B-list actor for their combined earnings. But they don't get royalties. They're not worth it, obviously. These actors are not worth the royalties, obviously, because they don't really build that much buzz. They have value that they're talented actors, but they don't really build that much buzz. As I told you, when I watched the movie Rip, I didn't really care about Stephen Yeun and the other woman actors and that Chandler guy. I didn't really care about those guys. All I cared about was Matt Damon and Ben Affleck. They stole the show for the movie, obviously. I didn't really care about the other actors because they're not A-list actors, those guys, right? That's why these actors, no offense, are not worth that much money, obviously. But there might be some agents who might push for $10 million for a salary for these actors. I'm like, no, guys, they're not worth this. I'm not going to pay a these actor $10 million. They're not worth that, man. They're not worth any more than like $4.9 million. Obviously, that's good enough, but they don't get royalties. They're not worth it, man. I'm not going to have those guys do these, I'm sorry. They're still getting paid. That's more money than what they're making in Hollywood, right? They're still getting paid to these actors. Good like 9, 10 million deal in the combined earnings. They're still getting paid. A lot of money. Yeah. Yeah. That's how VJ cries out. So VJ wants that life. Yeah, I want that life. I gotta do that. VJ's dream is to be a movie star. Yeah, I mean, that's my dream. I want to be a movie star with you and be featured with you and make all those billions with you, Ivan. Yeah, VJ wants to make the billions with me and be a movie star. She doesn't want to make her 500K in Hollywood. That's why she cries me, because she's crazy, that woman. Yeah, crazy woman. Yeah. So all VJ cares about is you. Yes, I'm VJ's baby. I'm her husband. Why? All Victoria Justice cares about is me. She doesn't really care about these other people. They're all her enemies, man. She doesn't really care about these other people, right? She only cares about me. That's why she cries me, because she wants to be with me, obviously. You know, VJ only cares about me as once I pay the fee, Victoria Justice abandons everything in her life and she runs away with Ivan. Once we're king and queen, obviously. Victoria Justice just takes her things and she runs away with Ivan, obviously, once I pay the fee. Like, it's just me and her, right? She would tell me, yeah, as long as I'm with you, I'm happy. I don't need anyone else. Yeah, me too, VJ. As long as I'm with you, I'm happy. I don't need anyone else. VJ is enough for me to make me happy, obviously. So I'm sorry. Yeah. But because we're now king and queen and we're trending wherever we go, me and VJ are living a life. Yeah, man, this is crazy, man. We're trending like every day on X. I know it's crazy. Hundreds of reels of pictures of IVG training on X every day. Wherever you go, people take off the phone and take reels and pictures. They ask us for pictures, and it's crazy. It's trending on X. They interview us, trending on X. Crazy, man. And the whole world's tuning into that, man. EVG on top of the world, yeah. The entire Earth is tuning into that, man. The entire world, right? Into the trends, right? Even the Hollywood celebrities are tuning into the trends, man. The famous are tuning into the trends too. They all feel like shit because they're all the famous people now, the rich famous people are all the side attention now. Hired to be the main event, yeah, man. Main event. Yeah. What will be your greatest documentary? Zanus. Zanus will by far be the best documentary because you're going to see like John Ali. We're building the fantasy world, all the demonic characters. It's a fantasy movie, so it's going to be the most interesting one. Whereas the greatest game of very neat, the documentary will not be as interesting, obviously, because it's not like a fantasy world. Right? But it's still an entertaining documentary. You're going to see the behind the scenes of all my movies. Most boring will most likely be very unique because it's romance, right? But still, you're still looking at an amazing documentary, obviously. All my documentaries will be amazing. But the best one will be the Zanus one, right? Because it's a fantasy movie. As the Lord of the Rings documentary, you can argue is the greatest documentary ever made. Or the Star Wars prequels. The Star Wars prequels is amazing too. That's an amazing documentary. Which documentary do you like more? I'd say the prequels because the Star Wars prequels, they go more in depth, like with every department. Lord of the Rings, they don't do that. But it's close. So the Lord of the Rings documentary and the Star Wars prequels are the greatest behind-the-scenes documentaries ever made. All the other documentaries are not that good, obviously. Like the Matrix documentary was pretty bad. I saw it on YouTube, it wasn't that good, obviously. Whereas the Lord of the Rings documentary, I saw the whole documentary, it's amazing. The Star Wars prequels, I saw the whole documentary too, amazing too. But Star Wars prequels, they go more in depth. They go through like every department, which I'm going to do for my documentary. I want you guys filming all the departments. But my documentary will blow all those documentaries out of the water because it's the making of the film and also the behind the scenes of the making of the film. I'm actually going to film me, VJ, in our house, the 17 in our house, the Hollywood actors at their house, me working on the screenplay, me signing the actors. Hollywood doesn't do that. It's just the making of the film. So my documentary, I'm going more in depth with the making of the film as well as the behind the scenes of the making of the film. Yeah, you see me signing the actors like Shark Tank. Yeah, this one top notch with music. That's what the documentary will have crazy buzz. The whole world will be going crazy for that, man. Getting their food and everything. You guys are gonna get your beer and your food for that. Yeah, Ivan. You guys are all excited for the documentary. Yeah. Get your beer, your popcorn, your food, all that stuff. For the documentary. Yeah. My documentaries will be long, 20 plus hour documentaries, right? Yeah, teledoc, yeah, I want a 20, 25 hour, a 20, 25, even 30 hour documentary. It's 5 years, it's probably a 25 plus, 24 hour, 25 hour documentary, guys. For Zanus, for the Great Escape, you can have a 20-hour documentary, something crazy. Behind the scenes, right? Yeah. Yeah, alright, I can't picture those A actors begging for the Great Escape. Like Keanu Reeves, but Adam, man, Damon, Scott Johansson. No, man, they will. They're gonna beg, man. John Krasinski, Brie Larson are gonna beg too. Paul Bettany, they're all gonna beg, man. They don't beg that in Hollywood, those guys. Mike Hollywood's on the water. Here we go. Yeah. What deal did Brie Larson, John Krasinski, and Paul Bettany sign? A 30-something million deal those guys signed? Yeah, Brie Larson and Paul Bettany, I can pay them 12. And you can give them like 12.5 million of the royalties. So that's like 24 million. They make their 2 million for the game. That's 27 million. And what they're speaking by, they sign like a 31, 32 million deal, those guys. They get 500K for them, or 600, 700K for them, or they sign like a 31 million deal. Massive contract, those guys. But they're not making the money that Keanu Reeves and those other guys are making, right? But they're still getting paid. Because they're smaller A-listers. But they're getting paid. Brie Larson and Paul Bettany don't make $30 million in Hollywood. They don't make that kind of money. No, they probably make their 7, 8, 10 in Hollywood around there. They make maybe 12. They still sign a mega deal, obviously. Yeah. Give them 12.5. You can even give them 13 million in the royalties. Give them 13. 12 million base and they get 13 million in the royalties. They don't get a bonus though. But they get their rich 12 million base salary. That's a lot of money for them. Production, they get their 13 million of the royalties. And they get their 2 million for the game, pay them 700K for the merge, and they get their, like, I don't know, 5 million speaking. They sound like a 31, 32 million deal, which is like a 23 million deal in their American money. They don't make $20 million in Hollywood, Brie Larson and Paul Bettany. They make like under that, like 15, maybe 12, 10, 8 in Hollywood they make. They sign mega deals, but they're not making the kind of money that the other guys are making, but they're still getting paid, obviously. Got some Sarah. What about 50 million for Brie Larson? No, man, she's not worth that. She's a smaller A-lister. She gets like 13. I can pay her 13. That's enough. I'm not paying more than that. I'm not gonna have these guys do it. She's a smaller A-lister. She's not getting paid that kind of money. The other guys are making some Sarah. Yeah, and she doesn't get a bonus either. Her and Paul Bettany don't get a bonus because they're not bigger ace actors. Only the bigger acers get bonuses. The smaller ones get a rich salary, but they don't get a bonus. That's how you're able to what? To what? To be careful with your cap, man. You don't want to overpay these guys and you have no room to pay the crewmen. That's why you have to be careful how much you pay these actors. Some Sarah. That's why Keanu Reeves has to take a $3 million cut. Because I have to create room to pay the crewmen, man. The Great Escape, you're looking at probably what, 600, 700 crewmen around there, 600 crewmen. They have to get paid, right? Yeah. So you have to be careful. Obviously. But Keanu was going to say, yeah, I understand. You need to create room. Yeah, Keanu, I have to create room. $3 million is enough to pay like 25, almost 30 crewmen who are working on a movie for the Great Escape in Hollywood, right? I have to make sure they get paid, those guys. They're 150K, 200K for the managers. The supervisors, they have to get paid. It's not just about you guys. That's why I'm now paying Ben Affleck and Matt Damon a bit less for their base. Instead of paying Ben Affleck 23, pay him 22. Because $1 million you can pay like 10 crewmen their salary. So you have to create more room to pay the crewmen, obviously. 22 million is good for Ben Affleck. Pay him 22.5. No, 22 is good for Ben Affleck. Then Scarlett, you can pay her 23, and Matt Damon 23.5. And then Keanu Reeves gets 27 million for his base. That's a good deal for those guys. And they get their bonuses. Yeah. Ben, you can pay him a 13 million bonus. Scarlett 14, and Matt Damon 14.5. And Keanu gets his 20.9 million bonus. 20. I have to create more room for the crewmen. 20 million bonus for Keanu Reeves is good enough, obviously. For their base and their bonuses. Yeah. But their agents get greedy. I'm not paying you that money. That's enough, guys. You don't make this in Hollywood. Oh, so yeah. Like, Ivan, it's a deal. Sign me up, man. Yeah, for sure. Holy shit, man. Ivan, like, your company goes out. We don't make this kind of money in Hollywood, Ivan. Yeah, I know. Like, holy shit, man. Like, yeah. They know I overpaid them, obviously. Because they don't make that kind of money now. Yeah, Ivan like overpaid us, man. Like we don't make this kind of money in Hollywood. Yeah, they don't make that kind of money in Hollywood, those guys. And they're all happy and they sign that contract and I take them out to dinner, obviously. And we partied up in my yacht right for the movie. Yeah. Yo, Ivan took me out to a nice dinner after I saw my mega deal. Keanu Reeves and Matt Damon and Ben Affleck are gonna tell the Hollywood actors when they go to the events and they're all begging them for word, the actors. Yo, Ivan took me out to nice dinner after I saw my mega deal. Yeah, he did. Yeah, I partied up in his fucking yacht, man. He has a nice fucking yacht. He has a nice fucking jet, man. Like Incredibles, man. I flew on it, man. His company, he has nice facilities, man. His company blows Hollywood water right now. Blows Hollywood water. It's new Hollywood on steroids. Yeah. That's why they're gonna beg, obviously. Why are they really begging? Because they're looking out for their own career. They know as long as they're in my movie, those guys, their career feels like it means something. It doesn't feel worthless and like, you know what I'm saying? It feels like it means, yeah, as long as I'm in your movie, my career feels like it means something. When I'm not in your movie, I'm in Hollywood, my career feels like it's over. It feels worthless. It's not over and it's not worthless, but they have that feeling, like as if no one cares about their career, no one cares about their movies. They only care about IMDj's movies. That's why they're begging. They don't want to be left behind. They want to be saved. My kind of goes on the water. And I got him out. Don't forget. I'm going to keep saying that. Right? I got him out of Hollywood. Out of the Hollywood system, sorry. I got him out. Yeah. Duh. Yeah, they're making back. Oh, yeah. All the actors for the Great Escape are making back, man. The A-listers, like Matt Damon, all those guys, are making back. They were making like their 50 million around there after taxes in their bank, man. After their agents cut, they get like 50 million in the bank. $50 million richer in the bank, man. That's a lot of money. That's why they're shocked, obviously, because they got paid so much money. Yeah, I mean, I got paid so much money. I don't make this in Hollywood, Ivan. Yeah, they don't make that in Hollywood, those guys. Yeah, they don't make that. Yeah, they make like their 2015 Hollywood, right? Yeah. Keanu Reeves is like 80 million. Keanu Reeves will make up around 80 something million after taxes and agents cut. He's making, so he's $80 million richer. He doesn't make that in Hollywood Keanu Reeves, except for The Matrix, right? But he doesn't make that in Hollywood Keanu Reeves. That's why I'll finally hit their mind. Yeah, man, if I can just work for Ivan to get paid all this money, this is more than enough money for me to decline in Hollywood hours. I don't even have to work in Hollywood. I can just work for Ivan, be successful and famous, and be the main event, and have my freedom and make all this money. I'd rather work for Ivan than work in fucking Hollywood. Yeah, I'd rather work for me than work in Hollywood. Obviously, those guys, right? Yeah. That's me immediately be boss. Yeah. Yeah, man, I even started film studio Barrett in Hollywood. Yes, I did. Hollywood on steroids. It's a new Hollywood skyscrapers, right? It's everything is updated. It's the Hollywood on steroids. My company, like a much higher paying work, better perks, nicer facilities, like my nice office. Like you're flying on IMBJ's like Incredibles jet. You do tables in a nice yacht. Like you stay at suites for the world tour and when you're training, and you have limo services, luxury buffet. Yeah, it blows all the water, man. Yeah, man. The budget for the movie blows the technology all out of the water. Yeah, you'll see it behind the scenes of The Great Escape. Holy shit, man! Like this technology blows the technology of James Bond and Mission Impossible. Yeah, because I'm making The Great Escape for $800 million, man. That's why it will blow the technology of James Bond out of the water. James Bond was made for 250 million around there. My movie's made for $800 million. Yeah, it blows all the water in my company, right? Well, hey, the guys been saying, yeah. I'm sorry. So it's an independent studio. Well, yeah, because it's not part of Hollywood. Sky Source is technically speaking an independent studio, but like it's a big film studio. That's even better than Hollywood because I'm putting out bigger budget movies. I can pay the Hollywood actors more money than what they pay in Hollywood. They don't make that kind of money. These actors now, they don't make that money on average, right? They don't make that kind of money. Yeah. A's actors usually make around 20 million, 15, 10, 17 million in Hollywood. And sometimes they can make more, maybe even 25, 30, 40. There's exceptions where they get like a huge paycheck, but it's very rare they get a huge paycheck. Like Robert Downey Jr.'s paycheck, it's very rare they get that. The reason why Robert Downey Jr. can get that kind of money because Marvel knows the Avengers movies will be doing their $1 billion+, so they have more room to pay him more money. Obviously, it's not as risky to pay him that because they know it's going to be a huge. They're going to make the money back. It's a huge hit. The movie. Well, these other movies that make $700 million, $600 million, the actors don't get paid $100 million for that. No, very rare. Chances are they're going to get 20 million, 25, 17, 15 million in Hollywood, and that's it. And they get points sometimes too. As points are very common nowadays in Hollywood, obviously. But the actors are not making the points they're making for my company, right? I can easily pay the actors more for their points. They're back end deals, right? I can pay them more, obviously. But I give them a flat amount. I'm not giving them percentage deals. The percentage deals, you don't know how much money they're going to make. You don't want these guys ripping you off. They can make less. They can make more. The best thing to do is just give them a flat amount of the film profits. It's better that way. That way you know they're going to get that check. That's why I just put a flat amount number. You get this amount of the film profits. It's better that way. That way the actors know they're going to make that money, right? Yeah. Yeah. So the actors will have a blast shooting the movie. Oh yeah, they will. Even though it's dirty work, they're having a fun time shooting the movie because they're getting paid a lot of money and the whole world is buzzing about the movie, man. They can't wait to watch the movie. They feel on top of the world. As the behind the scenes of production will be trending a little bit on X2, as guaranteed some crewmen are going to take some pictures. Look at Ivan filming with Keanu Reeves and Matt Damon, and they take pictures. Holy shit, Ivan's filming behind the scenes with all those A-list actors. And the whole world's going crazy. They're excited for the Great Escape. Yeah, the actors are feeling top of the world. That's why they're going to beg. In Hollywood, they don't have that feeling. They feel like as if no one really cares about their movies and their careers are aside attention. It's all about Ivan and VJ, not those guys, right? That's why they're begging because they're looking out for their own career. They want to work for Ivan for the rest of their life until they pass away. They don't want to go back to all of those guys, right? My company will tell the water. Don't hang all of them sitting down. Yeah. I you think Keanu Reeves and Angel will push for 200? Yes. Guaranteed, Ivan. Because Keanu Reeves is a greedy pig and he's a big actor in Hollywood and his agent and managers are greedy, obviously. His manager's greedy. They might push for 250, 200 million for Keanu Reeves to film Ross. I'm like, no, he's not worth that, guys. I can pay him 150, 140, 150, but I'm not paying him more than that. He's not worth that, guys. I'm not going to sign Keanu Reeves for 300 plus million dollars. He's not worth that. 200 something million is what he's worth, guys. But Ivan, this is Keanu Reeves. You know how big this guy is? My guys, I know he's big. That's why I'm paying him $200 million. But you're getting greedy. He's not worth $200 million, guys. I'm not gonna overpay him. I'm duping you. Here we go. I'm not gonna have these guys dupe me, man. Don't hate me, guys. I'm saying, yeah. This is enough. You guys don't make this in Hollywood. It's a deal, Ivan. That's a good deal for Keanu Reeves. Yes, it's a good deal for Keanu Reeves. Tell the manager that, right? Yeah. Does it come with perks, Ivan? Yes, it comes with perks, guys. As he flew on my fucking private jet. That's a nice perk. Yeah, it comes with perks, guys. Yeah. Yeah, man. I have to email my boss. He didn't send me the information. I think he already sent me the October employment record. I have to go over my email. If he did, then today I'm gonna give the information because tomorrow I have to give it the information by tomorrow. So I'll check my Hotmail Yeah. Otherwise, I won't receive my welfare check. I'll see end of January, right? My $600, I won't receive it. Will you give B as actors an opportunity to be in a movie? Yeah, I will. I'll have a good maybe for all my movies. I'll have a good maybe 2 to 3 major roles open for B list actors. That way, you give them an opportunity to be movie stars in your movie too. It's not just about the A's. You need the B list actors to create that balance. You can't just have A list actors in movie, otherwise they're going to drain your budget, man. You have to balance it with B list actors. The minor characters will most likely be B list actors, and I'll have maybe 2, 3 spots, even perhaps 4 spots open for B-list actors. Like for one of the couples for the Greatest Hits, I'm gonna have 2 B-list actors be the couple. You pay those guys their 2.5, 3 million for the movie. That's a good deal for those guys, right? 3.5, 3.7. That's a good deal for those guys. They don't make that in Hollywood right now. Yeah. So even the B actors are getting paid. If you make 2.5 million for a movie, that's a lot of money for a B actor. They don't make that in Hollywood, those guys. But my point is, they're not making the money that the A's are making, but they're still getting paid good money. They don't make that in Hollywood. It's enough money for those guys, right? Yeah, they don't make that in Hollywood. Yeah, right. You're paying them way less. Yeah, because they're not as valuable as the A's actors. Those guys, like, no one really cares about the B actors, right? That's why they don't get paid that much. There you go. Don't hate them saying yeah. They have value in the sense that they're very talented actors. They'll make my movie better too. But like they don't really have that iconicness that the Acers have because they're not big budget movie stars. That's why they don't get paid as much. Whereas the A-list actors are the ones who help build more buzz. That's why they get paid the bigger bucks. Obviously, they're more valuable to the movie than the B-list actors. As I told you, when I watched The Rip, I didn't care about Stephen Yeun and the other women actors and the Chandler guy. I cared mainly about Matt Damon and Ben Affleck. They stole the show because they're big, powerful actors. That's my point, right? That's why they're worth more than the B's actors. Because no one really cares about the B's actors, right? Don't hate the guys for saying, yeah. 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 What about the small acers? The small acers build buzz a little bit, but they don't build buzz the way the bigger ones do. That's why they don't get paid as much. But they build some buzz, but not the kind of buzz that the bigger acers. The bigger acers build a bit more buzz, obviously. That's why they get paid way more. The small A's actors are still getting paid a lot of money, but they don't build. They build a little bit of buzz. The small acers, but they don't build as much buzz as the bigger ones. That's why they don't get paid as much. But the small acers have value too, though. They build quite a little bit of buzz too. Not the kind of buzz of the A's or the bigger A's built. Whereas the biggest actors, no one really cares about those guys, right? That's why they don't get paid that much for my movie. That's why if their agents push for like 8, 10 million, I'm like, guys, man, like I'm not stupid. This guy is a television biggest actor. He's not worth that, man. He or she is not worth that. I'm not gonna overpay these guys. I'm doing that. They might even push for royalties. I'm like, guys, they're not worth my royalties. They're not getting shit. They just get their base salary, their merch money, their game money, and they get the speaking fee money and their promo money, and that's it. They don't get paid royalties. Those guys are not worth it. Don't hate me, guys. I'm saying, yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah. These actors are not worth $10 million. Like you pay a these actors that they're ripping you off. They're not worth that, man. They're worth like their 2.5, 3, 4. That's what they're worth. And that's it. They're not even worth getting royalties. But the agents who represent the Beast actors won't push for royalties. They know they're not worth that, but they're gonna push for maybe a 10, 12 million salary. I'm like, no guys, they're not worth that. I'm not gonna have these guys do that, okay? These actors are not worth that. These actors are not worth $12 million for a movie either. They're ripping you off. They're television star actors. They're not worth that. Why even say, yeah. Almost there, guys. Get paid this week. That's something VJ gonna be boss, man. Yeah, I don't want to be Quincy. I want to be boss. Yeah, VJ's boss. You know, Lori Grenier. Yeah, I think so. For VJ. VJ's boss. She wears her like nice suits at work. She makes the business calls with me. I'm like, yeah, VJ's boss, man. With Ivan, she owns the studio with Ivan. We own the studio together, man. VJ. Yeah, that's like VJ appreciated me a lot. It's because of me. You're living his life, man. That's why she really appreciated me. Obviously, what I did for her. Obviously, because of me, we're living his life. There you go. Made my 25 minutes on my book. Easy start on film school together. Yeah. And fun to move days with own cash to great Skiv. Throwing money, yeah. You think VJ will be bossy? Yeah, she will. She will be bossy. I know she tells the secretaries to do this. Yeah. The secretaries talk back to her. She's like, what did you say? And I was like, whereas me, I'm the kind of guy, if you talk back to me, I would not give that much attitude because I'm a nice guy. But the team will not talk back to me, the actors and all these guys. They won't talk back because they know we're the boss. And we're paying the bills. We're paying them their rich contract. They're going to listen to us, obviously, because we're the boss. Obviously. You're the boss. Yeah. You're gonna see Ben Affleck and Keanu Reeves. They call like me, VJ boss. Sure thing, boss. So they call us boss. I said, no, we're the boss, man. We're the boss over them. We're paying them a fucking salary. We're the boss. But yeah, man, I and VJ are the chillest boss ever, man. Like they're much more chill than the fucking Hollywood bosses. Yeah, some of the Hollywood bosses are dicks and assholes. Yeah, they might tell us that, right? Yeah, I and VJ are the chillest boss ever. Yeah. Yeah. You're right, man. I can't picture John Mega, Von Joji Monsu, and Edges all but begging. Nah, man, they're gonna beg, man. Ariana Grande, they're all gonna beg, man, because they know I can pay them more than what they make in Hollywood. John Mega knows I can sign him to like a $35 million deal for The Great Escape. Pay him like 10.8. I can give him like 11 million. Sorry, 13, 14 million of royalties, man. 14 million of royalties. He makes like 2.2 million for the game. And he gets like his 6 million speaking. It's like a 34, 35 million deal. Doesn't make that a Hollywood John. He knows I can pay him more. That's why I'll beg, obviously. Yeah, Ivan, like, you can pay me more. I don't want to go back to Hollywood, Ivan. I want to work for you. I'm like, no, John, you're not going to be the greatest Keanu Reeves. You can't be selfish, John. Avon Jose too, you can't be selfish. But they know I can pay them more. That's why they're going to beg. I was like, yeah, you can easily pay us more. We want to work for you. Fuck Hollywood, Ivan. I know, guys, but you're not good for the greatest Keanu Reeves, guys. Well, he was like, yeah, you're not good. There you go. You're not good for the greatest Keanu Reeves. Sarah. Well, the managers want a piece of the speaking. Of course they will. They want a piece of everything, obviously. All the actors' earnings, the agents take a piece of it. They're 10%. They know, yeah, if Keanu Reeves and Matt Damon and Ben Affleck go world tour with you, Ivan, we want our 10% of that. Yeah, you guys will get your 10%. Don't worry about it. You're going to get your 10%. because they know it's a huge deal. It's like a 6-7 million deal, even 8 million, 6, 7, 5 million deal in speaking. It's a huge deal for speaking. That's why it's millions in speaking. That's why the agents want 10% of that too, because they're greedy, obviously. But the $2,000 gift card, guys, and the $300 gas card, you don't touch that. That's for the actors. You're not touching that, but everything else, you get your 10%. The promos, 250K, 300K, you get your 10% of that. Yeah. Buy some Sarah. Yeah. That's why they're gonna beg, man. They don't make that kind of money in Hollywood. Like for speaking alone, the actors are making their millions, man. Like 5, 6, 7 million. That's a lot of money in speaking, man. Like 7 million in speaking, something crazy. 6 million speaking. Like that's how much actors make for their contracts in Hollywood, and that's just their speaking money, which excludes their other earnings, right? Yeah, that's why they're gonna beg. Obviously, my company goes on the water. And they had a blast. Yeah, I had a blast during their world tour, man. Like traveling all over the world with you on your private jet, and staying at the suites and all the parties and the trends, and the crazy fantasy event. And I got paid my millions for it. I had a blast live, and I know that's why they're gonna beg, obviously, because my company blows out the water. Yeah, it blows out the water. That's insane. That's how we usually live in life, obviously. And me and VJ speaking deal is a huge deal. It's like a 50 million, 60, 70 million deal in speaking. It's something crazy, man. Me and VJ signed mega deals for all our deals. The Amazon deal, the game deal with myself and Sony, and the speaking deal too is huge. Like a 50, 60 million deal in speaking for me and VJ, right? Yeah. That's why the actors might want a bigger cut of the speaking. I'm like, no, guys, like you're not the main event. I'm making sure you're getting paid, but you're not making the kind of money me and VJ are making. Because we're the boss, man. Yeah. Yeah, even though like we're making the peanuts, I'm still making sure we're getting paid. Yeah, even though the actors are making the peanuts compared to how much money me and VJ make. If me and VJ make 60 million speaking, the actors make 6 million, that's peanuts, but I still make sure they got paid a lot of money, right? Because I'm generous, obviously. But if they get greedy and they want a bigger cut of that, I'm not giving them a bigger cut of that. As me and VJ are the main event, we're the boss. The majority of the money belongs to us. I'm giving you a nice piece of it, that way you get paid, guys. Like your 6 million, 7 million speaking, that's a lot of money for you guys, right? But some actors might want 10 because they're greedy. I'm like, no, guys, this is enough. If you don't like what I'm paying you, go speak for your Comic-Con holiday and make your 200K. You don't make this holiday, guys. I'm sorry. That's why guys will haul out the water. Anyways, guys, this is a video. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Zara signing off. Peace. Peace out, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. Don't hang up. Peace.